Most auto insurers love when you have.
Good morning, everybody. Sorry, I'm trying to get everything set up and working. Welcome to Take 10 on Tuesday. And this is obviously just kind of a weird circumstance to be having this YouTube live, but I think it's awesome to spend some time, focus on some creativity, focus on other things that are not part of the pandemic that is going around. I do have my 3 kiddos home today, so we might be interrupted just a little bit. Good morning, Erin. How are you? So, fair warning, if you hear I close my craft room door, but you guys know how long that lasts with little ones around. So they are all happily coloring pictures this morning about St. Patrick's Day, and we are going to use St. Patrick's Day as our jumping off point for playtime. So the idea with the Take 10 is not to focus on a finished product, but really just focus on playing, having fun, trying some different techniques, using your supplies, and just having a good time. Good morning, Catherine. Welcome. Ooh, good morning from Canada. Yay. I love seeing when there are people just all over the world watching. I think that is super, super awesome. Okay, so take 10. 10 minutes of free play, not worrying about the product, just playing and having a good time. And today's theme is green. Last week we did some tone on tone blue. Ooh, from the UK. Hello, everybody. Oh, see, first interruption. Hold on. Hey, Bradley, I'll be with you in just a minute. Go put it in the pile for Gigi and Granddaddy. Sorry, guys. All right. First of many interruptions, I'm sure. Okay, so I will set my timer for 10 minutes and we will get going. And today we are all about playing with green. Hello from Portugal and Florida. Oh my goodness. Hello, Detroit suburbs. In Sweden, Spain. Oh my gosh, you guys are totally making my day. That is so awesome. Okay, I will set my timer and we will get going. So, Alexa, set a timer for 10 minutes. Alexa, set a timer for 10 minutes.
Second timer, 10 minutes, starting now.
Okay, second timer. That means my kiddos have been in here this morning. Okay, so you can see I traced out a 4-leaf clover, and this is just one of my favorite relaxing techniques to do. And I'm playing with my Spectrum Noir markers this morning. I haven't played with them in forever, so I'm just here. So I traced it out in pencil. What I'm going to do is just start making some lines. And the reason I chose my alcohol markers is because they have a nice, rich color to them, and I don't have to worry about them running out. Theoretically, we'll see how well they do. And you can see all I'm going to do is just add my lines right here. And obviously you could do this with any color, any shape that you trace on. And I'm starting at the top of my page, and you'll see what happens as I work my way down towards my shape. This is actually one of my favorite things to do in my journaling Bible, and it's also a lot of fun to do in art journaling. And it's a technique I learned from way back in the day when like in elementary school art class, I feel like maybe middle school art class. Those two colors are very similar. All right, adding all of these on. So I'm starting to get close to my shape. And when I hit my shape, I'm going to have this be the last line before the shape. When I hit my shape, all I'm going to do is add kind of a little curve to the line. So here, I'm going to curve up, down, straight, hitting the shape again, a little curve, and then keeping it straight as it goes by. And what starts to happen, I'm trying to keep all my green colors in the same order, is the shape starts to look 3D, which is pretty cool. Coming through. Now, it would have been really good to have drawn it in even lighter pencil, but I was hurrying and drawing it out. Good morning, Christy. Good morning from Sweden. All right, adding all of this in, adding again the curve as it hits the lines, and then it goes straight again as it's coming out. And what you end up with is a very fun kind of pattern going on that creates a 3D effect. it does a couple things. First of all, this repetitiveness is very, very relaxing. I find this is something that you could totally do, you know, watching TV. I know a lot of us are like Netflixing it up recently, so you could be watching TV. You know, could be watching, you might be home with kids now. You might be watching kiddos at home and they are doing schoolwork and you need something to do with your hands while they are working. And you can just add this on. So I'm going to stop right there because I want to show you a couple other ways to play with the color green. But you can see how eventually if you kept going, it would really come out and it makes the shape look 3D. It's super fun to play with. All right, here's another idea. And this is something that I was going to suggest that you do anyway. I'm looking for a black Sharpie. And can you believe I cannot find a black Sharpie? Maybe I'll just use this color. Okay, so here's another shamrock that I'm tracing, and I'm gonna come around, trace this black one, and then the challenge for this one with your greens, sorry, I should have grabbed my Sharpie earlier, would be to fill in a different pattern in each shape. So I'm just tracing loosely. Again, a Sharpie would be better. I'm just a little bit scattered, and I think everyone probably understands that today. So putting this out. Does anyone do anything fun for St. Patrick's Day? Let me know in the comments below. We definitely had a leprechaun visit. My daughter made a leprechaun trap for a leprechaun, and so a leprechaun came and visited and played some tricks on our family and dyed our milk green and did some other fun things. So what you can do, this is an excellent doodle challenge. So maybe you're going to take the first one and you're just going to add some stripes across. And here's what I would say is start with simple patterns and then build upon them. So I'm going to start with that one. Maybe over here, it'll be more of a loop-de-loop pattern. And my challenge to you as you're playing, again, you're not worried about the final product. You're just seeing what happens. Start with simple patterns in all the shapes. And then see how much can you build in. It's kind of like those Zentangles. Oh, no parade this year. Yeah, no parades anywhere this year. We stuck with green milk, wearing green. All right, so if I'd gone all the way around, then I might come back and just add another element to my patterns just to see how I can develop it from there. So maybe I'm coming back with this pattern going on next and just see how it develops. If I kept doing that, maybe then I'm actually going to take each part of this triangle and color it a different color green. Terry, you should pull it out and wear it. I think sequins belong everywhere, including at home. So I'm all about pull your sequins out and wear them. Have a good time. Put it on and go for a walk around the neighborhood so all your neighbors can see. I think that's fun. My mom taught preschool forever. And so one of the memories I have is that she had pins, like pins that you put on your blouse or your shirt or whatever, and she had them for every holiday, and they were big. They oftentimes were lighting up, and so she would wear them all the time. And so I do remember she actually, I think, made her St. Patrick's Day pin, and it was a little leprechaun with a red beard. So I could take time and fill up this whole thing with a pattern. That's another way. Again, I just want to encourage you to pull out your supplies. Sometimes focusing on one color can be a lot of fun and a challenge. Good morning, All right, so now let's get into some fun mixed media. We only have a few minutes left. Let me pull this out. I'm going to use, this is just on cardstock actually. And I'm going to try my pixie spray. I've never done it on cardstock, so I'm not really sure if this is going to be like a permanent stick thing, but we'll see, I guess. So putting that down, if you have watched me before, you know that like Distress Oxides are my jam, and this is some Distress Oxide spray. So I thought I would pull that out. Let me back away a little bit and just spray around my 4-leaf clover here. Kind of use it as a mask. I'm going for it with the spray. I don't shy away. I think sometimes we're tempted to not use enough spray, and so you don't like it. My mom is super fun, Carol. You don't like how it turns out, but that's just because you didn't end up with enough color on there. I'm actually going to come back with some more of this green because I really liked it, and some more of the lime green. So distress sprays, super fun, get all over. So that is crazy, but you end up with this, and let's pull it up and see how it did. Another super fun thing, if I had cut this out of white cardstock, then I would have a white 4-leaf clover with green on it. Ta-da! So that's fun to play with, and then I can actually come back. Actually, let's try this. I'm going to take this. It's still wet all over. Let's see what happens. Push it down like that. See if anything comes from that. I mean, this is just paper cardstock, so I'm not sure what that impression will look like. All right, press down. Well, that's kind of cool. I wonder how many more of those I could do. I'm going to put this right here to protect that page since all of this is still wet. I'm going to see if I can make more, how many more it would do. I mean, it still feels a little bit damp, so we'll see what happens. Alexa, stop timer. Well, that's cool. So it kind of does the second and third generation. And then here's that Distress Oxide on black cardstock. And you get that cool chalky finish without the chalky feel, if that makes sense. So it looks chalky, but it doesn't feel chalky. All right, I'm coming back over here. Now, this would be fun. Come back, add some doodles in there, add some words, fill it with journaling. That's one of my favorite things. So look, you have this beautiful background. Come back here and fill this solid with journaling. You know, write out what you're feeling on this St. Patrick's Day, write out some Bible verses, write out anything you want. Have a good time with it. I do like that second impression. And here are some just fun ways to play with the color green. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you are safe. I hope your family is healthy. I hope you are finding ways to pass your time with some social distancing, and that if you are unable to do that, that you are taking all the precautions necessary. Prayers for everyone out there. Love you guys. I love that we still got to meet this Tuesday. I am planning on hopefully doing an Instagram live. So if you don't follow me over on Instagram, I'm hoping to do an Instagram live this Thursday and just have some live Bible journaling time. So if that is something you are into, then check me out over there. I hope you all have a blessed week and a fantastic day. As always, keep it creative.